But I can tell you, sometimes it's okay. I just need people to understand that it's okay if you're friends with someone for years and you guys decide to not be friends anymore. It's okay. It really is, because sometimes people did grow in different directions, and it's okay to not be.
And I feel like you love Cynthia so much. Even when Cynthia come at you, you don't give her the energy you give everybody else. Like when she be like, when she was cussing at you at the reunion, I forgot it. You was like, girl, you don't got to cuss me, dang. Anybody else, you will fire back at them. But I think that was the love you have for her. You never attacked her.
Right.
Because she comes at you, but this year you need to get her together, honey. When she come at you, you need to read her.
Now, don't get it twisted. I can read her, and I am very quick on my feet. You know, I just do what I feel like doing, because I feel like it doesn't matter what I do. I'm still always going to be more wrong than right. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is with me.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back because I was watching Nene's YouTube channel, and y'all get over there and subscribe to her YouTube if you have not already. But I watched her review of the show, and she had a lot of interesting things to say. So I'm going to let that play out, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
And I'm always going to be newsworthy. That's the reason why, you know, Kenya chooses to have a beef with me. Kenya's doing all of that strategically. Now, I'm going to tell you something I thought about. Because I know these girls a little bit different than you guys do. And this is something I really have thought about for a long time. A lot of people were like, she's fighting with Nene. And I said, yes, she is. She wanted me and her to be like me and Kim Zolciak was. And that will never be. Right. What me and Kim did rolling out, we had feelings for each other. We were friends at one point. We both lived in this neighborhood that I'm in right now. So we've known each other for a really long time. Those were real feelings that we had. And Kim and I, we jumped this thing off. Ain't no girl gonna ever be able to stop jumping these shoes and do that, because it was just a genuine, natural thing, and that's not something you can put on the way we were doing it. It was genuine. But I'm gonna tell you something, and I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm telling you this right here. Kenya wasn't on this show last season, okay? So she watched everything about this show, though, okay? And
now, didn't Kenya say that she didn't watch last season? She did say that, but I believe she is lying when she says that.
She knew for the past couple of seasons, even the last reunion that Kenya was on, Kenya sat at the end of the couch.
Y'all remember that? Season 10, she was at the end of the couch. Season 9, she was not near Andy. Porsha and Candy was. And then for season 10, I believe it was it Porsha and Nene? Yeah, it was them two. Those two was on the end. And 11, she wasn't on there. But yeah, Kenya won her spot back. And I always, thought that and knew that, but never really spoke on that. But yeah, she wants to be right back by Andy.
Okay, and Porsha sat beside Andy. Now, to these girls, some yes and some no. But to Kenya, she care about where she's sitting at. Okay, I'm telling you that. So to me, her thing in her head, because she strategizes and produces in her head the whole show.
She comes up with her reads and
everything. So I think she said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fight with Nene. Because see, then me and Nene going to fight all season. And really on low key, I'm going to be kicking Porsha out there seat. You understand what I'm saying? So Porsha ain't going to be on the other end. Okay? And I'm going to now be sitting right there where I've been where she started sitting there from the beginning of coming on the show.
Yep.
Right?
Seasons 5, 6, and 7, I believe Kenya was right near Andy.
Sitting right there. And then she got knocked from over there, and Porsha was there. And then she ended up all the way down there at the end. In her head now, think about it. She is like,
y'all also got to look at the fact that Cynthia went behind Nene's back to invite Kenya to her little wine cooler event. Remember, she didn't know she was coming, all that lying ass shit. And so, what was this? This was the last episode. Kenya showed up, very much so pregnant. And, you know, that was season 11, season 12. Who comes on first now? Kenya has never came on first when that music for Real Housewives of Atlanta comes on. It's always been Nene. Always. I think maybe one season or so, they like took turns between Phaedra and Candy. I think that was like season 9. But other than that, it was always Nene that came on first. Except for when the Housewives first started and Lisa Wu Hartwell came on first, I believe. But after that, honey, it was all about Nene. It was understood who your star was. Now, the star is always the person that comes in first or, you know, sometimes last. They got Nene coming in last now, and in my opinion, it just doesn't look right. But see, y'all have to remember that this whole show is strategic. And like I've stated before, Cynthia knew what she was doing. Her and Candy, when they invited Kenya to that event, the way that they did, they didn't want to tell Nene up front that that girl was coming. They wanted to make it look like it was a surprise. Because they know if they would have told Nene up front that Kenya was coming, she wouldn't have came. But Kenya got her moment and got back on the show by Cynthia pulling that fraudulent BS with Candy to get her back on, and it worked because she now comes on first now, you know. So I peeped all of that, and this bitch came back off of Nene's back, then gets her ass back on the show acting like she can't speak to Nene, she can't work nothing out with Nene. I never really knew you all. They had a problem. But like I said before, Kenya is upset that Nene... She claims she's upset that Nene didn't help her out during her pregnancy. Bitch, Greg had cancer. She didn't have time to even be thinking about you. Okay? You wanted to get married, get pregnant at 50 or whatever the hell you did. You did it. So it is what it is. She does not have a strong beef with Nene. It's just Nene is the best person to go toe to toe with. That way she can, you know, stay on the show, maintain some drama, and etc. etc. I've already peeped Kenya out. And then you got some people, I watch their reviews and they like, well, Porsha trying to have a problem with Kenya again. She's not trying to have a problem with Kenya again. She's taking up for her friend Tanya. Damn, can anybody take up for anybody on this show? Well, it's not her fight, it's Tanya's fight. No, if somebody is trying to bully your friend, you go after that bitch too, especially if you know how to drag that hoe. And we know Porsha know how to drag Kenya. And did y'all notice how they Porsha confronted her on that last episode and Kenya hurried up and shut up and, oh, it's not your fight. And she didn't want to argue with Porsha. Number one, she knows she's wrong. And number two, Porsha isn't the target. Tanya is. Okay? Tanya is her target and Nene. There you go.
To get my whole spot back. So every time Porsha tried to come at her with something this entire season, pay very close attention, and you can go back and look at other episodes. She don't get into it with Porsha.
She don't.
She really, like she told Porsha, like, it's not your fight, Porsha. It's not your fight. But when me and Cynthia was fighting in Canada, it wasn't your fight, Kenya. It wasn't your fight.
That's right. It had nothing to do with her, and she inserted herself into that beef. What did I tell y'all? She inserted herself into the whole Nene and Cynthia friendship. Kept on speaking for Cynthia. I'm like, bitch, if you don't get your ass on, Cynthia just started claiming you, about a year ago, so you a little bit too excited.
But you jumped in.
But you was in it. You see what I'm saying? Now, what she was doing is, in my head, she is trying to push Porsha on that end of the couch. So she can be right here. And then next season, she may be something totally different. I got to fight with Nene all season. Because I'm going to need, for me and Nene, going to have the biggest story. And I'm going to need to be sitting on the other side of Andy. And Porsha going to be on the other end. And she hoping that I just go away. And trust me, next season, she going to be into it with Porsha. Okay?
Yeah, well, them bitches would never take your seat, and it never worked.
They can't take. Excuse me. They can't take nothing. I can give it to them though.
Right.
That's the only way, honey. Nothing will be taken over here. It will be given.
Right.
If anything. And I'm telling you right now, does it not sound like something something that could be possible?
That's definitely what it is.
Because I know, and
because she think everything out. She plans.
Yeah, she planned out, and Porsha. I don't think Porsha probably thought of it as Kenya.
Makes sense.
She probably thinking of it as Kenya. She's just not trying to fight with me. Mm-hmm. No, that's what she was trying to do, baby. She was trying to put you on the other end of the couch.
I want to come at the queen.
Yeah, because we both know the biggest stars on this show is Nene. Porsha has a very big fan base, so Porsha is the fan favorite, and Candy. Them like your biggest stars on this show. And Candy don't sit by Andy a lot, I notice. Only for that season 9 stuff. But Porsha and Nene about your stars, on the show. Especially with Kenya being off the show. So, but all the girls, they got their own fan bases. But the strongest fan bases I see is Nene, Candy, and Porsha. Kenya got hers, but I don't think hers is as big as Porsha's. I really don't. Because Porsha has millions of Instagram followers. Whereas Kenya is just now getting there. You know how long both of these two, they came on the show, season 5 on the same season. And Porsha went through hell on this show. And she always came out on top. I got to give it to her. She always came out on top, even with that Cordell BS. Everybody liked her, genuinely liked her. It wasn't we love to hate her. That kind of like people liked Porsha. She was a little special, but we didn't, for the most part as the viewers, we found her to be harmless, not really intentionally trying to hurt anybody, so.
And see, low key, that's what she was doing because it ain't nothing over here for her to be really arguing with me about. But she got to come on to something. She even sat there tonight and told her husband, Mark, I don't really want Nene to come because she tried to fight me. She pointed her finger all up in my face, flips to the cat, flip to the show. Mm-hmm. And they show her jumping in me and Cynthia business. It wasn't your fight, Kenya. And she put her finger in my face. Okay?
Yep, I paid attention to all of that.
Okay? So everything she says, if you're watching, is everything that she's doing.
Because she shouldn't even jump in a situation with you and Cynthia.
No.
However, when Porsha was at the bottom of the night trying to take up for her friend Tanya, and I want to go to this too. I have to thank Porsha, and I really appreciate Porsha for standing up. And I genuinely felt like Porsha was standing up for me tonight on the episode and asking why Nene, Tanya, and Marlo aren't here. And if you listen to what Kenya said, she said because it's couples night. Okay, it's couples night, but then you have Cynthia and Eva sitting there without a couple.
There you go. All right.
And without being a couple for the night.
Now, I've watched several reviews, and none of these people brought up any of this. And you want to know why? Because a lot of them, they don't like Nene. I try not to watch reviews where people hate Nene so much. And I know people, they don't like my reviews because they feel like I hate Kenya. I don't hate Kenya. I just point out the facts. You know what I'm saying? But I try for the most part to be fair, and I will give Kenya's props, hair, if her outfit good, I always say something good about her, not because I feel like I need to, but I just give credit where credit is due. Do other people do that? Not so much. I watched one review and then the girl went all the way back to, I don't know, she went back to a really old season just to say something nasty about Nene. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to stay. Y'all need to stay current with what y'all saying. Let's talk about now. That was years ago. And I get we go back sometimes to make a point, but I didn't get her point because it didn't make sense. It just looked like she wanted to say something, negative, and I don't have time for that. But for my Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews that I watch Michelle from the A. I love her channel. I love her reviews. She got my favorite reviews out of everybody. I watch her, and then I watch James sometimes. And everybody else I don't really watch. You know, I watch them for other stuff because I watch Forage Rocks sometimes. You know, sometimes I like her reviews on it. But, you know, I don't watch everybody's review because to me, everybody be off. You know how you watching somebody and people have did it with me. They don't like what I'm saying, so they can't even, you know, watch it or, you know, get into it. I get it because I can't get into other people's shit either. It just sounds like they might as well be mumbling because I can't hear nothing, honey. It just, I don't know what people be looking at when they watch the show. I think people be looking at it like, well, she your favorite and it's not so much about Nene being my favorite. It's just about how she look at things is how I see things. And maybe with you all that like Kenya, you see things the way that she see things. That's what it is. You like who you can relate to in that way, and that's cool. That's fine. But those are the people I pretty much watch.
But the other girls weren't invited.
Right.
Baby. And she needs to be called out more. I'm trying to tell you. You can't see it.
Kenya whole story and everything is fake, honey. Huh?
It's a whole lie. A whole entire lie. It don't make sense.
That man do not want her and love her.
Okay, so let us
see that's bad when everybody keeps saying that man don't like her, don't want her, and I don't know, you guys. I hope we get more clarity on Kenya's relationship with Mark. Like I said before, watched a few reviews, and I noticed people were upset with Mark, and nobody came to the perspective of, nobody came to the perspective of, this is this man's wife, and he knows she acts a damn fool. So I like the fact that he's checking her like, girl, put that shit to the side. This is for charity. Let's be about this. Let's do it like this. You know, because Kenya is very manipulative, and she didn't care about the charity event. She didn't. She just wanted to be petty towards Nene and Tanya, not inviting them places. And it's just like, girl, like, invite everybody. Now, if you have a separate event that's yours and you don't invite Nene, then that's cool. You know, because I know you don't like Nene. But for stuff like charity, I expect all the ladies to kind of put it to the side. You know, let's invite everybody and go on from there, you know?
Let us answer a couple of questions. Let's see, is it possible?
Honey, you need to be blocked.
Well, they said, no, I'm not going to block what they said.
Don't speak on Kenya marriage.
I can speak on Kenya marriage anytime I want to. She has spoken on everybody's relationship that's over here. Okay, don't forget when she came on the show, she started fooling with Apollo and Phaedra out the gate. Okay, so I can speak on anything I want to speak on. I can speak on it because I'm on the show.
Right.
Thank you and bye.
She said, thank you and bye. That is true, though. She did come for Phaedra and Apollo's marriage. And I see a lot of people are just so fucking annoying, you guys, because I'm just looking at my YouTube timeline. You know how you scrolling through, and I see that Nene took a picture of Apollo. She took a picture with Apollo and his fiance. I guess they went to one of Nene's comedy shows. Now, first off, if you are a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta, you already know that Nene and Apollo have always been cool. Even when Nene and Phaedra wasn't cool, Nene always liked Apollo. You know, they always spoke. It's not a big deal. Everybody's like, oh, she's just taking a picture so she could bring him back on the show and be messy. Like, why y'all gotta go there with it? And who cares? I actually miss Apollo's crazy ass because we had some of the best content, honey, when that damn Apollo was on the show, okay? So, I'm here for it. You know, I am here for Apollo coming back. Hell, let's get Phaedra back on. I don't mind it. Y'all know I don't even mind that. But it was just very interesting. All these people, oh, that's so shady. All the people that don't like Nene, oh, that's so shady. Every little thing she say or do, y'all so bothered by it. You're not bothered by Kenya, though. She can't do no wrong. But every little thing Nene do, she take a picture. Oh, she messy. She just mad because she about to get fired. Oh, my God. It's just like, y'all are so fucking annoying.
Eva needs to go. They say Eva needs to go. Well, I agree with that.
I agree. Look, I'm shocked. I agree.
I can agree with that too, because I don't see anything Eva's doing other than sending Bravo's money having babies.
Right.
Ain't that what I told y'all? What did I tell y'all? All right, you guys, that's all I have to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.